Good Sunday afternoon, Facebook people. So I got out my guitar, doing a little bit of repair on it. I bought a new tuning machine for it, and there's a couple of issues I had along the headstock here on both sides, and I'll go over that with you. Now, before you put in your cylinder or your bushing, which is this piece here, the front part, like that, because they sort of interlock with each other. Before you do any of that, if your bushing is loose, this is how I tighten mine up. I got out the heat shrink tubes. I do some electrical and speaker wires, stuff like that too. And I got out the thick black one because it was cut in half. It's the perfect length for a good shim. So your headstock is about a ½ inch thick, so your hole is a ½ inch deep. Okay. So cutting off a couple of these from your heat shrink tube, what you want to do, pretend none of this is here. Pretend it's just a regular headstock with a hole in it before you put the stuff in. You make a couple of shims. Okay. Just hold it with tweezers so it's easier to do. And I'm going to roll it up like that. That's smaller if you want. Stick it inside the hole, and then it'll open it up on its own. And then you're going to want to take your second piece that you cut and put it inside that piece that you put in the hole to double up your shim, and it'll open up inside. So after that, you're going to take your bushing. You're going to notice that with the doubled up shim that you made out of your heat shrink tubes, it's going to feel like it doesn't fit, because it's not going to. That's the purpose of a shim. So what you want to do, take your tweezers, the wide end, around the back, and you want to push that shim out far enough to where it's sticking halfway out on the other side. Not all the way out, halfway out. Then you're going to take the end of that shim and you're going to flare it open up as much as you can until you can twist your bushing down into it. And once you've done that, then go ahead and push everything back into the hole. And this is going to be super tight, because that's what you want. Now on the other side, if your screw holes have gotten loose through the years, how I tighten mine, it works every time. So I use some regular plumber's tape and just cut a thin strip across. Okay? And then push that piece down into the screw hole using a pick. But you don't want to push all of it into the hole. You want some of it sticking out on both sides. And then when you put your tuning machine on, run your screws through, you'll feel the difference. It's a lot, you get a better torque on it, it's tighter. And of course, you don't want to over tighten either, because the screws are small and you're just going to ruin your seal inside. And that's where I'm at. So I should have this one up playing again pretty soon. So have a great Sunday afternoon, evening, and talk to you soon. Well, that's it. Now, if you have a problem with your strings slowly going out of tune, usually loose bushings is the reason why. Just go ahead and make those shims like I showed you, and you shouldn't have that problem anymore. So we'll let these new strings stretch out. And see how it goes.